So I wanted to talk about levels sweep and levels test real quick. I cover it in our training. Let's go take a quick look at the iGrid training on this particular topic. So in our Discord under price action training, we have a part 1, 4-hour chart levels and trade location. Part 2, 4-hour chart levels, trade location. Huge videos. Then trade location and price patterns for best trades. So those three are all tied together, and I get into levels tests, level sweeps, and so on. And then we get into optimization, another thing, dialing in your iGrid, and all kinds of on and on and on training. So anyhow, it's right there. I cover it in depth because I think it's very important, and I cover why it's important. Because the edges of a market are where it's very and most reactionary. And reactionary means energy. So the more energy in an area of price, you have a good probability of a more magnified move, which means you can get paid more on a smaller amount of liquidity used for your trade. So let's take a quick look at today from one perspective. So level sweep, rotate. Levels test, rotate. Where can you enter trade? On the rotation, see where my indicator goes from aqua to Dodger blue? I mean, that's just one way of doing it. You can use the iGrid indicator, the Evo or the scalper. You can use the grid step indicator, which I have here. Sorry for the background noise. I'm sitting with some people and we're grabbing some late lunch. Okay, here we came down, we had a full levels test of that morning low pivot. I mean, right down to it. So basically, institutionals ran it up, blew through Friday's upper level, sweeped it, ran it all the way down, tested the morning low, saw who was hanging on and who was letting go. It took them 2 pushes to clean that out, and then voila, they engaged. And you had lift, and the indicator shifted from Dodger blue to aqua after the levels test. So levels tests are important and level sweeps are important. Now, if a person didn't want to engage price in that particular area, thinking it could cycle and go lower, that's fine. Then you got some lift, you cycled, and you got lift again after a little bit of a wick. So you're starting to get the grid step indicator starting to stair step higher for you. So take a shot there. So level sweep, hit it. Levels test, hit it. There was another little pattern I saw later in the day. I almost engaged the market, but I left it alone since I was already up in the day. Right here, what do you see? Can somebody tell me what you see in here? Just right away, you should see it. That's trading needs to be intuitive. Okay, this area was kind of holding for the most part. It was starting to degrade on some of these rotations, but we're getting wicks. That means bigger players are containing, holding price. And out of that, what did we get? Down leg, hold, lift, pullback, higher pivot low and lift. You got a W pattern. Could have engaged. And you know how they pump it into end of days a lot. So if you engaged in this area of price, you don't need to risk any more than most recent pivot, and it works or it doesn't. Now, I'm not into trading that late in the day, and there's not really much time left, maybe 20 minutes. So no thank you, but I'm just saying the pattern, it's patterns. Also, right here on one of these rotations, we had a lower pivot high in rotation. We had an M pattern right there. If somebody was really chomping at the bit to get short, and it grinded a bit and took a while. And then when you start seeing wicks like that and pops like that, that's institutionals hanging on and absorbing, dissuading selling from moving price lower. Just get out of there. You're wasting your time that late in the day. You know, if you get in and you get traction, then move your stops down, book some out, let some runners on, see what happens. But levels sweeps, levels tests are huge. That's why I track 4-hour chart levels. That's why I made videos about it and cover it. Because the edges of the market have the most reactionary, or they have a lot of energy. So where there's energy, you can get price movement, more magnified than the stuff you get in the middle of the range, or what I call middle of the road. I like working the edges of the road. So what's another approach? You see the market doing a level sweep, it's pushing. Hey, go turn on your iGrid scalper in short only mode. When the iGrid scalper to your particular settings triggers short, you would have caught that. Market comes down, does a levels test, turn on your iGrid scalper, long side only. Next long you get, it puts you in. And so there's many ways you can do this through manual discretionary trading, or through using the one of the two automated strategies we have for NT8. You can do it with the Evo or the scalper. So there you have it on that. Just wanted to cover levels are important. Level sweeps are important to understand because there's a lot of good trade activity off sweeps and tests. And it's just good to always understand where the edges of the market are. Now, this is what I call the static edges of the market. What I'm building with the fractal tool will at all times show me the dynamic edges of the market, regardless if the market's in a running uptrend. So if the market's in a running uptrend or the market's in a running downtrend, let's say NVIDIA is going up for 3 months in a row. I want to know where the dynamic edges of that market are. Just the same if something's selling off. I want to know what the dynamic edges of the market are, where there's the best areas to do mean reversion trades. And I've just put recent videos about that. Anything talking about fractals based indicator, which I'm having build, that I think will do that in a way I've never seen anybody do it before. And my initial rough draft build, it worked the way I want to do it versus the way I see other people doing it. So anyhow, there you go. If you have any questions, let us know. info@gridalgo.com. Watch for more videos. I got more going up today and more goodies hitting tomorrow, and more videos tomorrow. Talk to y'all later. Have a great day.